Good morning, everybody. It's your boy Frost in Austin. I am excited about today. And first, hold on, wait a sec. Now, some of y'all might be wondering, hey, where did Frost in Austin come from? One, I love cupcakes. I love Frosting. Two, my son is Isaac the Iceman. You can't have a son named Iceman if you ain't a little frosty yourself. So, anyways, Frost in Austin. That's right. Anyways, we are out today and I am excited about today's video. I'm going to be doing a comprehensive breakdown how I use the DRT Tiny Klash, DRT Klash 9 low floats. They're the only ones I throw, mostly because I think they're the most applicable for my bodies of water, highland reservoirs. So yeah, I'm going to be talking about the modes, lip in, lip out, which tails, everything. And yeah, want to break it down and help you guys have more success on the water with arguably, I say arguably, one of the best swim baits of all time, but 100% one of the most confusing baits of all time. I tell people all the time the DRT Tiny Klash and the DRT Klash 9 are both the best swim bait for beginners, and they are the best swim baits to use if you are an advanced angler. So they're really easy to use, yet they are really complex to use. We're going to break it down today, show you everything I know about the bait and make it happen. So stick with me. It's going to be a super educational video. I think I'm going to catch a couple on it. I don't know if it's going to be just like crazy, but I definitely think we're going to catch a couple on it. So stick with me. It's going to be awesome. Oh, gosh. Look at that, guys. I'm literally trying to freaking rig up. I'm trying to rig up. Oh, the camera fell. The camera fell. I'm trying to rig up for you guys to do a whole comprehensive video. They came up breaking right here. Good largemouth. Holy crap. That's insane. Oh, I'm literally about to do a DRT video and they came up breaking literally right next to the boat. I'm like, naturally, I'm going to try to throw a walking bait out there real quick. That's hilarious. Let's go. Look at that thing. That's freaking awesome. Literally. I'm just getting everything rocking and rolling. And how about that? That's insane. That is insane. All right, well, it's springtime, right? So today, you know, I'm thinking just naturally, it's kind of spawny. Post-spawn, the water temperature, it says 69.5, so it's almost 70 degrees. On this specific body of water, we have blueback herring, so I'm starting to think there's like a little bit of herring spawn. Not to mention, randomly, a 3-pounder was just out here piddling around, breaking on them. But I have got a DRT Tiny Klash, and that booger is straight out of the box, lip in, tail in mode A. There's nothing, I mean, literally just straight out of the box is how it comes, or straight out of the box is how I'm currently using it. So, you know, but my thought is, I just caught a fish on a walking bait, right? So immediately, I'm already thinking like, okay, they're like definitely not scared to feed up in the water column, and I want this bait to act like a walking bait. So I'm gonna take this lip that makes it a crank down, I'm gonna take it out, and what I do with it, you might think it's nasty, I don't really care. I just take it, put it inside of my mouth. So, and then I'm going to take that tail and I'm going to flip it down. Now the reason is why, because the natural arc of that back is going to want to pull that bait down, but that tail, being that that tail's angled up, that water's going to want to catch it and bring it up. I actually want this to glide subsurface, and I could glide it exactly like that and it'd be higher in the water column. But I want to take that tail and flip it straight down when I'm in glide mode. And it's the same deal with the Klash 9. And I think, yeah, I got the Klash 9 out over there. So I've got it in glide mode, tail down. So now when I'm gliding that and the natural arc of that back's pulling that bait down the water, there's no friction there. So it's helping it get a little bit deeper, which is what I want on this fishery, because those fish are staging like 3 foot of water. So I'm going to reel up this walking bait and get it out of the way. All right, but I'm just gonna literally, I'm gonna get on this rock wall, I'm gonna get on the seawall right here, and we usually have about 2 foot of water on these seawalls, and then there's riprap that comes off, and those shad like to spawn on it. So I'm just gonna kind of get up there and walk this bait a little bit and see what's going on. So let's see. It's really important, do not lose these lips. I mean, a lot of people put them in their pockets, and I feel like I never lose them. I just find them I find them in my my laundry and crap, but I just put them in my mouth because here's the deal. We'll come up on a lay down or we'll come up on something that I'm like, I want to crank this, but I'll take that booger. That reel needs some grease and walk it. Oh, it fouled up. There we go. So I'm just walking it and it's just cutting back and forth, just like a walking bait. And I'm imparting that action with the rod tip, right? So it's kind of like it's just like a walking bait. I tend to notice people that excel at walking baits on herring lakes. Oh gosh, literally, I just had one roll it. Holy cow. I tend to notice that people that excel at walking baits, you know, like walk the dog style baits, excel with the Klash 9 and the Tiny Klash, because that's all this bait is a subsurface walking bait. It just back and forth, and you can tell I'm reeling it, so I'm imparting some action with the reel, but a lot of it's rod tip. I'm using a lot of rod tip, not a lot with the Tiny Klash. It's a very, very sensitive bait in regards to, you don't have to put a ton of English on that rod tip, and that booger is going to have a ton of movement. But that was like a 2-pounder, just rolled it, literally, second cast. But I'm usually, you know, paralleling docks because these fish will get on the corners of docks and stuff. And once again, I'm just gliding it. Glide, glide, glide. And that bait's just down there dancing, just back and forth, just like that. The thing I love about it is that slow flow, where most glide baits, they sink. This actually sits there and almost suspends and slowly rises, which I think is a more natural action. I'm not seeing any bait fish up here today. Doesn't mean they're not here, but we had that one roll, literally second cast. Oh God, there's a big one, Oh, he just like zoomed up to it. There's some fish up here cruising. I probably should get my sunglasses on, honestly. Yeah. This is what I'll do, right? I'm just gliding that booger and it just walking back and forth. I do the same exact thing with the Klash 9, right? So the Klash 9 and the Tiny Klash are in the same mode. Let's see, yep, same mode. They're in glide mode. Same deal, I've got the Tiny Klash in glide mode. I kind of like where we're at, just in regards to water temperature, what I'm already seeing the fish do. All right, we just came over here to the other bank. There was a boat coming down that I didn't see, but we've had some fish chase this Tiny Klash. I mean, I've only literally been fishing for like 5 minutes, but we've had one roll the Tiny Klash in glide mode. I've had 3 absolutely like beam after it, just chase it real hard in crank mode. And you know, the nice thing is with the bill in it, it's gonna dive about 5 to 6 foot of water pretty consistently. There's some tinkering you can do with lips and tails and everything, but I'm not kidding, guys. I keep it really simple. I mean, a lot of people are like, what's the super secrets? I mean, I'm telling you, I fish it how it comes straight out of the box, and then when I take the lip out, I flip the tail down, and that's the only way I use it. But I kind of want to slide back there, but you guys are on the driver's side of the boat here, so I'm gonna stay fishing this way. But I'm paralleling a dock in crank mode right there, not thinking anything of it. And that bait just, I mean, it hunts, it acts crazy, it's beautiful. And these fish, like I said, they'll hang out in these nooks and crannies. They'll be on this laydown, like look at this laydown right here. I'm like, I want to freaking, maybe there's one up under the log of it. I'm gonna crank it right down the side. I'm down there in 5 foot of water right there. The Tiny Klash gets bit too by, I mean, literally like all sizes of fish. I mean, I've caught 6 and 7 pounders on it, and I've caught freaking peckerheads on it. But there were definitely a lot of fish cruising up there on that riprap stuff, you know. And I like to crank it in current, like if I'm in a waterfall or a river or creek or something. I like to crank it because obviously with the water pushing, it can make the glide. It just makes it harder to glide. It glides better, I guess, if you fish perpendicular to the current. But if you're fishing with the current, or like you're throwing it in the current, you got to crank it because, you know, the current will constantly kind of push your tail all crazy. So that's why cranking it. I'm just literally like, here's some laydowns right here, and I'm just cranking it over the, oh God, dang it. I just had another one just flash it. Oh God, he's right at it. Wolfpack, Wolfpack. Golly, holy cow. I had one shoot out of that tree and then two came out of it. They chased it right to the boat. And I'm in crank mode and I just got bit in glide mode. And like I said, their body language and like they're like really don't start to feed good here until 10. So like this is nuts already. Golly. When guys say they're like, I can't catch him on a tiny Klash, I'm like, do you not? Is it just because you don't throw it? Like, oh my gosh, their body language is amazing on it already. And when I'm talking about body language, I mean the speed of which they're chasing, the aggressiveness, like you can tell, I feel like pretty quick glide baiting. It doesn't matter whether you're throwing a hinkle shad, a doom, I don't know, trick shad, whatever. Man, you can tell pretty quick, either if you're fishing for them offshore and you're utilizing scope, or you're in a highland reservoir like this, I can look at their body language pretty quick and tell like these fish are or they are not. There's a freaking decent one. I'm like, I can tell if they are or are not gonna eat just based on a few followers. And I'm not kidding. I mean, second cast over there, I had one roll it and then just cranking here. They're chasing it really hard and just kind of like coming up to it and just mouthing it. Big shell cracker beds, Bo. All right, let's make a move. I'm gonna show you guys, we're gonna go fish a waterfall if there's no one there, or we'll go fish another waterfall. All right, well, I'm so bummed out because I turned around to see if the camera was still recording, and I literally threw the tiny Klash up there and busted that fish, probably a 3-pounder. But dang it, you guys missed it. Story of my life. I should have had my chest cam on, I guess, but anyways, really nice fish there on the tiny Klash, up in the current, cranking it. And yeah, so I mean, you got to be thinking multiple angles. Like I said, in current, I like crank down. And I've had people say, oh, they've seen it too much, the fishing pressure doesn't work. Well, just busted one on it, so. Let's go! Let's go! I just boat flipped it over that pile. Look at that. On the freaking tiny Klash. Let's go, baby. That's the second one. I didn't get the first one on film. I thought my main camera on the console was filming, but freaking boat flipped it over the trash, came off in the air, landed in the boat. Another good one. That's what it's all about. Let's go, baby. And once again, I'm telling people, there was a boat that just left here and obviously didn't make these tight angle casts like I was saying with a big swim bait. So just because somebody's in a spot and they beat you to it and maybe they say, oh, I didn't catch any or whatever, it doesn't mean there's not fish in there. We just totally changed our angle. We totally changed our angle and threw a big swim bait and just caught two really nice fish. Got him. Good one. Let's go. God, dog. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there, baby. Oh, biggin. For this lake. It's all relative. It's all relative based on where you fish. Oh, I got your eye. I'm sorry, buddy. Didn't want to get your eye. Nice. I should probably start putting a couple of these on the scale. Working on a little bag right now. That's my 4th fish that's at least 3 pounds. And like I said, for this lake, that's pretty good. Let's see, clear, zeroed. All right, we're zeroed out. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. 3.6. Let's go. So I had broke my rod tip right here when I boat flipped that first fish, which kind of stinks. I think I might be able to just put a new tip on it. I'll still use that rod, but now I only have the tiny Klash on. I can get another rod out, but I kind of just don't want a lot of rods on the front deck. But anyways, I saw this laydown that's like pretty fresh. So, you know, another great example right here. Let's see. I'll take this booger and, I mean, I'm not scared to throw it up in it. Crank it right through it. I'm gonna throw it way up in there too. Right there. See if something comes out and snatches it. I mean, just the way the bait deflects is so money. Oh gosh, I just missed a big one right there. Dang it. Oh, he opened his mouth and tried to inhale it. Dang it. Oh, that was a dang good one. That's all right. We're about to catch a couple. Got him. On the tiny Klash. Oh yeah. And that's fish number 5 today. That's 3 on the tiny Klash and 2 on a top water. Not a giant, probably obviously not a giant, but a 2 and change pounder. Beautiful fish. Look at the gut on it. So there you go. That's fish number 5. 3 fish have come on the tiny Klash. Really nice one. I'll take it. Really nice tournament fish. Let's catch some more. Got it. There you go. Another one. That one ate a chartreuse fluke. I gave him a second. I saw him eat the tail of it. I saw him eat the tail of it right there, and then I literally waited till I saw the fluke disappear. But another decent one. It's a keeper, not very big, 1.5 pounds, maybe not even that, maybe a pound. Got him. That's a good one. Let's go. Yes. Look at that one. Long, skinny, but nice fish for sure. Let's go. We're having a day of it. Yeah, bud. That one's been caught a few times, I'd say. Yes. Got him right there on the tiny Klash. Let's go. Yeah, bud. Yeah, bud. Not a big one, but another one on the tiny Klash. God, they're so healthy up there. They're eating all those herring, and then they're like, hey, there goes a trout. That tastes even better. Little fella. I don't even know if he's a keeper. That's the crazy thing about the tiny Klash. Let's see. Oh yeah, he's a keeper. Oh yeah, 14.5. Boom. Boom. Let's go, baby. God dang, there's a bunch of them laying up there. Golly. Little fella grabbed it. There's a whole ton of them up there. I mean, there's like 20 of them. I'll take you though, buddy. You're fun. Got him. Feels like a dang big one. Not a bad one. He's a little fella. Keeper, but little fella. Thanks, friend. Thanks for a fun little fight. Thank you, thank you. Well, my big camera died, so yeah, it is what it is. But man, I had an absolute blast today. I think I ended up catching, I know, at least 5 on a tiny Klash. I might have caught 6, and then I had a couple fish come unpinned, and you know, that's just fishing, but caught a couple fish on a fluke, caught some nice ones on top water. It was an awesome, awesome day. And to me, that's what it's all about. Getting out here, enjoying God's creation, man, just having some fun. It's a beautiful time of the year. It's a beautiful lake. My sinuses though, something's going on with my allergy, something. It's been kicking my butt. I got like a bad bloody nose midway through the day. I didn't put that on film. But yeah, anyways, so I appreciate you guys a ton. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. And feel free to subscribe. We're always coming out with awesome, awesome content. We try to go about every other day, but at least every 3rd day. So anyways, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. I'm out. Peace.